All right, let's talk about a real beast of a song, Bob Dylan's Early Roman Kings. It's this raw, stomping blues track from 2012, and it just paints this unforgettable picture of these menacing, larger-than-life figures. But who are they really? Let's dive in and unpack the incredible imagery in this modern Dylan classic.
I mean, the song just kicks the door in with this line. It immediately drops you into a world that feels both ancient and, at the same time, totally dangerously modern. It's so cinematic. Sharkskin suits. You can almost feel that slick, shiny fabric, right? It's just dripping with attitude from the very first second.
And that right there is the big question, isn't it? Who are these guys? Are we talking about historical figures, mobsters, Wall Street bankers? Well, Dylan, being Dylan, he doesn't just hand you an easy answer. Instead, he creates this composite sketch of a certain kind of power, one that's ruthless, incredibly stylish, and absolutely corrupt.
Okay, so to get a handle on who these kings are, we have to start with the most obvious thing, how they look. Because their power isn't just in what they do, it's a whole aesthetic. It's a uniform.
Yeah, just look at this list. Sharkskin suits, bow ties, high-top boots, top hats, fancy gold rings. This isn't a random collection of clothes. It's a very specific costume, you know? It screams old-school authority, like something out of the gangster era. These are guys who have money and menace, and they want you to know it the second you lay eyes on them.
All right, so we've got the look down. They're sharp, they're intimidating, but what do they actually do? Well, this is where Dylan really starts to sketch out their playbook, and you see just how destructive their influence really is.
I love this line, peddlers and their meddlers. It tells you everything you need to know about how they operate. See, they don't create anything. They're just manipulators. They interfere, they disrupt, and for them, everything is a transaction. People, places, ideas, it's all just something to be bought and sold for their own gain.
And then you get this imagery, driving the spikes in, blazing the rails. This isn't some quiet backroom deal. This is pure brute force. It's loud, it's violent, industrial power. It makes you think of those old robber barons just carving up the country with force, leaving a trail of wreckage behind them.
And here's where it gets really chilling. It's the escalation. They destroyed your city? Okay, that's big, that's systemic. But then it gets personal. They'll destroy you as well. Suddenly, it's not some abstract force anymore. It's an all-consuming machine, and it's coming right for you.
And, well, this is the end game. It doesn't get much more blunt than this, does it? If you get in their way, if you fall under their control, the consequences are final. This is the ultimate expression of their power. It's literally a matter of life and death.
And just in case their actions didn't make it clear enough, Dylan gives us this rap sheet. Lecherous, treacherous, sluggers, muggers, hell-bent for leather. I mean, come on. There's no moral gray area here, is there? This is their resume, and it's all about greed, violence, and betrayal. A truly brutal character assessment.
Now, to really understand the swagger and the menace of this song, you have to look at its musical DNA. The whole thing is built on a classic blues chassis, and that, my friends, is the key to unlocking its meaning.
Yep, the song is a gritty, straightforward 12-bar blues shuffle. And that form has a long, long history of telling stories about tough characters and even tougher times. So by using this structure, Dylan is tapping into a whole century of musical language about power, struggle, and survival. It's no accident.
And a huge part of that blues tradition is the boast, the bravado. You know, bluesmen would sing about being the toughest, the strongest, the best. Dylan takes that classic move and just hands it right over to the Kings, blowing them up to mythical proportions. They're not just powerful men, they're bigger than all men put together. It's that classic blues boast just cranked up to 11.
But here's the thing. This song isn't just a portrait of the Kings. It's also about the narrator, the person telling us the story. And he is far, far from a passive victim. He has his own code, his own brand of toughness. He's about to strike back.
Okay, so this is a raw, confrontational line for sure. But what's he doing with it? He's establishing his own credentials. He's basically telling us that he is not easily intimidated. He's saying, I live in this same harsh, unforgiving world, and I am not afraid of its ugly side.
And he's not just talking tough, he's a witness. He has seen the destruction firsthand. This reference to Detroit falling, it grounds the song in this very modern reality of industrial collapse, and it positions our narrator as a survivor who has seen it all.
So what's his response to all this corruption and decay? He doesn't run, he doesn't try to join them. No. He gets his instrument. His act of defiance is creative. He's going to make his own noise, his own chaos. He's going to break it wide open, just like the kings do. He's fighting fire with fire, using his music as a weapon.
And this right here, this is his ultimate statement. It's the heart of the whole song. After all the destruction, after seeing everything the kings have done, he is still here. His bell is still ringing. That's the core message, right? Pure resilience. The system might be corrupt, but the individual spirit refuses to be crushed.
So what do we take away from all this? On one hand, the song is this masterful, brutal sketch of corrupt power, how it looks, how it acts, and the destruction it leaves behind. But it's also a defiant anthem for the individual who refuses to be broken by it. And let's not forget this crucial detail. This album came out in 2012. This isn't some ancient history lesson. Dylan is deliberately using this ancient, powerful imagery of Roman kings to talk about the world right now, our world.
Which, of course, brings us to the final, unavoidable question. The beauty of the song is that the kings can be anybody. They're a timeless symbol for power that corrupts. So, looking at the world around you, who are the early Roman kings today?